king had just returned victorious from battle when Zeus, disguised as an eagle, slipped into the queen's chambers and took on the king's appearance. The queen, unable to detect the deception, allowed him near. By the time the real king burst through the door, it was too late. Zeus had completed his punishment.
Zeus?
Witnessing this betrayal, the king erupted in rage, but Zeus simply transformed back into an eagle and departed with ease. To cleanse this shame, the king ordered his pregnant mother sealed in an iron coffin and cast into the sea.
I curse you, Zeus! I deny you the body you soiled!
He cursed the temple to eternal unrest, but the sky tore open with thunder, and searing lightning struck him down. Instantly, the king twisted into a half-human, half-beast monstrosity and vanished into the darkness with anguished cries never to be seen again. The iron coffin didn't sink. After drifting at sea for ages, it was eventually hauled ashore by a fisherman. When he pried it open, he found my mother's cold body and me, wailing. Childless himself, he saw me as a gift from the gods, named me Perseus, and raised me as his own. 7 years later, on a stormy night, my adoptive father revealed the truth about my origins. Anxiety gripped me. I worried that my soon-to-be-born sister would steal my parents' love. But my father made a solemn promise. Though I wasn't born to him, he would always treat me as his own flesh and blood.
And the love we have for you, it's that love that gods and kings fight over.
10 years passed. I'd grown into a strong young man, carrying on my father's livelihood as a fisherman. But lately, these waters seemed cursed day after day. We came back empty-handed. My father angrily accused the gods of injustice, while my mother prayed fervently, begging forgiveness for her husband's blasphemous words.
Gods gave us life. For that, we should be thankful.
I'm tired of being thankful for scraps.
Hoping for a change in fortune, my father sent me to sail toward the statue of Zeus. When I arrived, I saw soldiers hacking away at the statue's base. The 100-meter monument snapped and crashed into the sea, the massive splash drenching all three of us on the boat. From the cliff top came thunderous cheers as the soldiers proclaimed they were declaring war on the Olympian gods in the name of their new king, vowing to resist divine tyranny. This act of sacrilege brought instant divine retribution. The clear sky suddenly darkened with storm clouds, and shadowy figures emerged from the sea. Countless bat-winged creatures shot into the air like arrows, diving toward the rebels on the cliff with fangs bared, launching a massacre. The soldiers were utterly routed. I frantically tried to turn the boat around and flee, but my father stopped me, insisting our fate would spare us from this catastrophe. Within moments, the sea was shrouded in the stench of death as the rebels fell one by one. After the last soldier dropped, the winged monsters spiraled together, merging into a swirling vortex of darkness that blotted out the sun, then transformed into an old man, Hades, brother of Zeus and lord of the underworld. Hades' gaze instantly locked onto me, his eyes filled with the recognition of an ancient enemy. In a flash, he transformed into thick smoke wrapped in hellfire and slammed into our fishing boat with the force of thunder. The wooden vessel shattered immediately, and my family and I plunged with the wreckage into the freezing depths. I fought my way toward my trapped family, desperately trying to pry apart the planks, but the wreckage seemed dragged down by an invisible force, sinking faster and faster. My father, knowing all was lost, waved me away, urging me to save myself. Through tears, I forced myself upward, struggling back to the surface. I survived by sheer luck, but I watched helplessly as my family was buried at the bottom of the sea. In my grief and fury, hatred for the gods ignited in my heart for the first time, burning with fierce intensity.